I have a cardboard box to go through today. This contains a vacuum cleaner that is a project for me to do from Mr. HooverMaster, who got in contact saying that he had a Miele that he really liked. Could I make it any better? And here it is. So, trusty scissors at the ready. Let's open it up and see what we've got. My vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? It is project time here at Becco Towers. Somebody, Mr. HooverMaster, got in contact with me and asked if I could perhaps polish some life into a vacuum cleaner for him. And I said, of course I can. Try anyway. I never over-promise what I can do. And here we go. There is the return address, we don't care about that. What have we got? Well, it is a Miele vacuum cleaner. That, by the looks of it, has been apart before. He said he has tidied it up a little bit, because here is the motor sound deadening. So, in fact, does it need a wash? No, that is quite clean. Don't know how much work I'm going to have to do to this to really get it up to scratch. I have the hose, which he says he has washed, but I don't think he's put it through the washing machine. So I said, yeah, he hasn't, because you can tell there's just dirt in all the little nooks and crannies. So that can go through the washing machine and should come up really quite well. What else have we got? Well, we actually have some payment already, because as you should have seen by now, I have a Henry, and I really wanted a single pedal floor tool, and I have two actually, which is quite nice. One of which is in really good condition bar the base plate. The other one is in really bad condition bar the base plate. So thank you very much, HooverMaster. That will be fantastic to make two into one. And that can go with my Henry, so I'll put those over there. That's part of the payment. And what else have we got? Well, we have the hose end. Need a bit of a wash there. We have a nice, legit bent end for my 1996 Henry. Ooh, an original bag for my 1996 Henry. Not that I'll be using the bag with the machine, but it's always good to have a nice genuine bag. We have the remains of the floor tool. So for some reason this bit isn't connected into there, but that's okay. And he said this wasn't in that good condition, but it's not too bad. It's used, but most importantly of all, the base plate isn't worn down, so I should be able to tickle that up. It has its knitter strips. It's obviously full of fluff because the brushes aren't coming down quite as much as they should, I'll be honest. And we have the machine itself. I shall put the box there because I'll keep the box to send it back home with. What have we got? Well, we have a Miele S512 Super Air Clean, which is very, very dull. If I shine that up to the light, you can see how dull it is, and hopefully that will be a reference shot for when I'm done with it, because hopefully it will come up better. Apparently he said he doesn't mind if I get rid of the writing on the top, which I might do, because otherwise it's going to be very noticeable that I haven't polished a square that I've masked off. Once the writing on the side kept, that's fine. That is not as noticeable. Oh, hello. That's a little bit slow. What have we got then? We have a non-genuine upholstery tool. That looks like a genuine crevice tool, because I don't think they all had the Miele writing on it. And a genuine dusting brush, which is good. I'll pop those back in. Ooh, what's wrong with that? Ah, that's why. That hinge is ever so slightly cracked, look. But I should be able to at least glue it up so it doesn't get any worse. I don't think I can actually fix it, sadly, because it's quite difficult, but it should at least be able. I think it's just worn as well. I don't think it's not really broken, it's just worn. Inside, well, we have a brand new bag. That's good. Genuine bag. That is a brand new filter. It's been used without dirt, if that makes sense, so that's fine. And a brand new filter, so that saves having to do that. And it's quite clean. Now, he did message me saying that he had cleaned it up a little bit, but unfortunately my beady eye says differently. Let me show you. Because under here, look, we can see it's not quite up to the standard that I would send a machine back in. In here is not too bad, but obviously where you can't wipe down with a cloth, it isn't fully clean. And because I've been asked to refurbish this for no extra charge, I shall be, because it all needs to come apart anyway to be polished. Otherwise I'll run the polisher over things like that and destroy them. And obviously the rubber bumper, if I catch that with the pad, that's just going to melt straight through that. So it's going to get washed again because I just find it easier, really. And it will make all of the difference to the finished product. While we're in handheld mode, we may as well have a bit of a closer look down here. It's got the usual wear that always comes from these machines when the cable is pulled up. Can't do much about that. It's quite scuffed, but again, can't really do much about that. The cable looks in good order, and I presume works okay. Yeah. Oh, hello. That's a little bit slow. See if we can tweak that up a little bit. Goes. So hopefully that just needs a little bit of retention in. But does it work? Well, let's find out. Let's just refit the filters in the bag so the door closes. So I'll pop the pre-motor filter in, post-motor filter in, which goes under there, silly boy. Good job I don't know anything about vacuum cleaners, isn't it? That can go in there. That's very raunchy. Not quite though. I think it's just dirt. Let's see if we can get a little bit of silicone grease on there just to perk it up a bit. Let me just find some power. Oh, it's on. Ah. I needed to hear the wind down noise because one of the main reasons I have this is he wants the motor tickled just a little bit because it is a little bit dry, which is mainly why we have it. So that can be easily sorted. It runs absolutely fine though. Doesn't smell of burning. I think it does just have dry bearings, which should be able to be greased up, which is nice. Now, if I can find an appropriate, oh, I'm stuck on bubble wrap, an appropriate screwdriver, which will turn this the quarter of a turn it needs and push it out and fit this bit back on. The wheel sits in there and that all goes on. There we go. And then the axle pushes through both sides until the tab lines up, and then you just twist half turn again And there we go, so we have the floor tool back. Oh, I need to get the hose, hang on. We have the hose. I do not have the hose end or the wands. Now I was half expecting the hose end, but I don't have it. But the reason I didn't get the wand is, and I have the one from my Miele S512 here, it takes up, it probably would have been okay actually, but it takes up so much box space. Especially when the machine's in, it had to sit either on the top or on the bottom. And all I would do with the wand is rinse it out and wipe it down. So I said, don't send the wand because it's just not really worth it in terms of you need a bigger box. And if I just take the actually quite disgusting hose from my Miele, you can tell the difference there. Look, crikey. Might take this home and wash it at the same time. I should be able to. Oh no! Blimey, Miele have changed the ends on the hoses. God. I was hoping to show you this a little bit. Just give it a run around the floor. Let me see if I can put my. Oh, there we go. Right, my hose just about fits onto the end on the vacuum cleaner, so we'll put his hose back. The ends are different through the generation, so I need to put my end back on my hose, put the wand on that we are borrowing, put the floor tool onto my wand, and I can't pull the machine around because it's obviously going to pull the hose out. If I just dig you down slightly, let's check it does actually vacuum up okay. Yep, nothing wrong with that at all. Can even park the head. So there we go, the Miele S512 in its pre-refurbished state. It's not actually sitting that well. That'll do. In its pre-refurbished state, I have some bits for my Henry, which is very nice. Thank you very much, HooverMaster. The next time you see this, it should be all lovely and clean again, ready to go back. So stay tuned for that, but for now, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye. Oh, creaky floorboards. Bye.